Hey everyone, Meghan Reckling here. Welcome to our very first podcast of the Livingston Lantern. I've got my friend Mitch here. We are so excited to be kicking off podcast number 1 of our new series. Say hi.
Hi, I'm Mitch Zajac, and yes, we're super excited. We've been working on this for a really long time. We've been putting a lot of plans together. We've been trial and erroring with the podcast setup, but I think we finally got it figured out. We're ready to go.
It's going to be fun. We are doing this all of ourselves from the front end to the back end of production. And I look forward to working with you. A lot of people know us from the political arena. I think on this first podcast, we should just kind of tell everybody there's some people who probably know who we are, but some people that aren't. Who we are, where we're from, kind of a little bit about us and our stories. And then we can get into what we hope to accomplish or do here on the Livingston Lantern. Sound good to you?
Yeah, let's do it. You go first.
Oh, thanks. I was going to make you go first.
Okay, I can. All right, so I'm Mitch Zajac. I already introduced myself from that perspective. But yeah, Livingston County is where I've been for now, let's see, 6 years, 2015. Yeah, 2021 here. So bought the house that Howell Schools built. I always tell Mr. McGregor over at Howell Schools I'm one of the largest donors in the history. So at least I need a ticket to sporting events or whatever the case is. But yeah, super involved in the community as much as we can be. I think that's going to be one of our highlights of this podcast. My background is an engineer. Actually, if I rewind, a football player turned engineer, turned attorney, turned county commissioner, turned somebody involved in every aspect of the county happenings that I can be. My passion is really working with groups of people, working with individuals, helping them accomplish new, great, different, better, whatever the case might be, things. As we go through this podcast kind of series and hopefully what turns out to be a mini episode activity, we'll be able to highlight some of that, use that experience and highlight some of those different kind of people really within Livingston County and people that are impacting Livingston County in ways that we can help others and help people hear things about the county and help people experience new things. So hope to put all that together and we'll see what kind of happens.
There are so many awesome things and nonprofits and organizations and individuals within Livingston County that do so many great things for our community, our schools, those in need, and they're really not highlighted all the time. And I think that's something that you and I hope to bring some light to and to help to give another platform to, in addition to ones they already have, which is just to show our community how many awesome things happen here in Livingston County. Why don't you tell us, where did you grow up and what did you tell us a little bit about your,
Yeah,
childhood?
for sure. A little bit more background. So I'm from Holt originally, just south of Lansing. Many people know Lansing. They know Mason. They don't know Holt, but there is an exit for Holt off of 96, just so everyone knows, actually, and 127. Went to Holt High School, went over to Western Michigan. As I said, played some football over there. Studied engineering, was involved in all kinds of different groups on campus, from the honors college to working as an intern in different spaces. I was a manager at a bar, all those good things you do when you're in college to meet new people and do different things. Actually, after I graduated, went, as I said, to be an engineer. Was an engineer at Chrysler for about 5 years. Did things from research and development and new vehicle engineering stuff to program management. Got to travel the world a lot. Was really excited to do all that. But then kind of got bored, not going to lie. Got bored with engineering and kind of the design aspect was really cool. But I felt like, man, that's something I can do in my garage, right? I can fabricate this thing and make it work, do whatever this doohickey has to do. But I decided eventually to go back to school. Went back to school to be a lawyer, and here we are. So now I'm an attorney at Butts Along and loving it, working with businesses, individuals, all kinds of stuff like that.
What, you said you traveled a lot. What was one of your favorite places to go?
So I traveled to Italy the most frequently. So in Torino, Italy, northern Italy, most people don't go there unless they have to for work, but that's the headquarters of Fiat. So traveling around northern Italy, and then I actually, for Christmas, spent some time in Germany. Piggybacked basically one of my work trips, went to Germany, did the Christmas market thing. That was pretty exciting.
Very cool. Very cool.
You're up now. Who are you?
So I am Meghan, Meghan Reckling. I actually grew up right here in Livingston County. I've lived here since about 1989. Grew up on my family's horse farm. So I am absolutely a farm girl. My parents own a small business doing scrap metal recycling. And so between the scrap yard and the farm, I love dirt, all things related to being messy. And graduated from Hull High School in 2003. Went off to attend college at Michigan State University. And a couple of weeks into being a freshman on Michigan State, I got a phone call from a friend of mine that I had worked with back here in Livingston County offering me an internship in the Michigan legislature. And I thought, why not? I'm up here going to school, I'm studying political science. I would love to take an internship. So I started interning in the Michigan legislature in the fall of 2003. And by the spring of 2004, I was offered a full time position, and I have been there ever since for the most part. So, going on close to 20 years in the Michigan legislature, I have experience working in both the House and the Senate for a number of different members. I've spent over the last decade working for legislators who represent Livingston County right here. And I really just love our community. I love volunteering. I love serving on the boards and helping nonprofits here. And so my husband is a police officer, works here in Livingston County. We have two kids, 6 and 3, and they are trouble, just like anybody else's kids that have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. But we love them to death. Our daughter is keeping the tooth fairy busy. She's lost 3 or 4 teeth in the last week. So every time we turn around, that tooth fairy's getting quite expensive at our house.
Yeah, I bet. It's funny you mentioned Livingston County being a great place. I'm not from here originally, but I've been here for 6 years now, and that's one thing I can certainly say about the community. I mean, it's one where people give back. There's stats about the lowest tax rate in the state is from a per capita basis, and highest household medium income, and all these different things. But everybody helps everybody else. I mean, there's so many nonprofits that are based here. And we hope to highlight some of those as we go through this exercise, this activity, this thing we're trying as a podcast. But it hopefully by doing that we'll be able to show all those great different people, different groups, and it's one of my favorite things about being a resident here.
And just being involved, letting people know that there are organizations that need help. I'm a driver for Livingston County Meals on Wheels. I'm a fill-in driver in the Fowlerville area. Due to my job and other things, I can't drive a consistent day, but if they have someone that's out and they need a sub, I will, as often as I can, drive to deliver those meals to homebound seniors and others that are homebound. And then I think you want to talk about our first podcast that we're actually going to have a guest on, because it is by far one of my favorite organizations here in Livingston County.
Yeah, absolutely. So Courtney from the Amber Reinach House is going to be with us in our first real podcast aside from this introduction, and you're super excited. You want to talk about somebody who does stuff for the community. I mean, she has a great story to tell, and I won't give away all the secrets, but when she comes on, she'll talk about how Amber Reinach House started, the different things that they do for the community, their mission, their vision. And like I said, super involved. When a random Saturday in the summer, they have events going on. They're involved with this past Thanksgiving, working on putting meals and different things together for the community, as well as for people that attend their house, and working with different organizations. The Sheriff's Department, I know that they have been very involved with the Sheriff's Department recently, and we'll look forward to hearing that story as well.
Yeah, their mission is really focused on recovery. And this is something that's really important here in Livingston County. We have one of the highest overdose death rates among the entire state, which oftentimes I think it just goes unnoticed, or a lot of people don't want to talk about it. And I am a really big believer that not only adults, but kids, if we give them the right tools and resources, to help them with whatever they're struggling with, we're going to be able to put them on the right path in life. And there is no doubt that the Amber Reinach House, that's exactly what they're doing. So I'm so excited to have Courtney on with us for our first podcast.
Yeah, for sure. And she's a great example of just a person in the community that wants to do better, has a story that has really impacted her life and people that are very close to her, and then using that to help other people. And that's not an uncommon thing, as we'll see as we go through this with people in the community. So she's a great person to get this thing started with. She'll really, hopefully, excite people about what we're trying to do here too, and encourage others like her to come on and join and share their story.
Awesome. Well, do you have anything else that you want to add? I think this kind of sums up who we are, what our goal is here at the Livingston Lantern. And I look forward to having a lot of different people on. If you are a part of a nonprofit or someone who's making a difference here in our community, give us a shout out. We have a Facebook page and a YouTube channel. Send us a message and let us know that you would be interested in being a guest, and we'll get you signed up.
Yeah, we'll get you signed up. We'll get you on. We'll help you share your story.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. This is the first episode of the Livingston Lantern, and we look forward to seeing you for our very first podcast with a guest in the next week or so.
All right. Bye, everybody.